Want to know where my passion for Barrelup for baseball started? You want to know? It all started on a baseball field just like this, catching barrels at an early age. Welcome to Barrelup Podcast. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Barrelup Podcast. This is your host, John Carlos, and today we have a special segment for you, the fans. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Barrelup Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Barrelup_baseball. Like this video, comment down below, and also follow us on our major audio platforms, Anchor, ANCHOR, and also on Spotify. We're also on Spotify. You can find us as Barrelup Podcast. Well, I have an exciting segment for you guys today. I want to first and foremost thank Major League Baseball for the efforts and the determination to make the field of dreams come true into real life. You guys go back into what? 1989, I wasn't even born. I'm not going to tell you when I was born, but I'll tell you this much. I wasn't even born yet where this spectacular movie came out, The Field of Dreams. The Field of Dreams is a movie that was brought out in 1989. The protagonist of this movie is Kevin Costner, very good actor. He has appeared in other movies and other baseball movies, and the movie for baseball for this one pertains to the lifestyle and how it brings out the culture of America's pastime, which is baseball. Very, very famous movie, and it touched a lot of people back then, but it certainly touched a lot of baseball fans in the event that we saw yesterday in Iowa. Okay, so a little bit of background for this whole event, right? Major League Baseball had been working hand in hand with the creators of the movie, right? Since 2019 as a secret, to now in 2021 relive the movie, The Field of Dreams, right? Back then in the movie, when the movie aired, the game was played with the vintage New York Yankees and the vintage Chicago White Sox. MLB, give props to them, came together as a whole and made this movie really come true with the vintage Yankees uniform and the vintage White Sox uniform, right? And it was a very, very, very emotional piece for us baseball fans to see in a very positive way. Let me give you more background, right? So Iowa, it was where the movie took place, and Major League Baseball decided to create a stadium right in the cornfields of where the movie took place, right behind the vintage field. Major League Baseball created a stadium just for this event. And what a sight was it to see. It all started with the introduction of the protagonist himself. Kevin Costner was there, making the movie feel real, right? We had all the fans, 8,000 fans, right? When Iowa itself as a state or as a city, the city of Iowa, only has roughly around 4,000 and some odd inhabitants, meaning people in the state, or sorry, in the city. 8,000 people came to watch this event. 8,000 people came to watch this event. So you already know this was very exciting for the fans. And it was very exciting to see how it all started. As you guys note, the ones that did see the movie, behind the field, there was a corn maze. And there was a very special quote in the scoreboard that said, "If you build it, they will come." Well, they came all right. They came, the baseball players, and Kevin Costner himself came. So the event started as follows. We have the historic scene of Kevin Costner coming out from the right center field wall as they open up the gate. Behind him, you've seen the cornfields, right? Kevin Costner comes out walking slowly and makes his way onto the field. He is awaited by the cheering fans, everybody clapping. You see Kevin Costner in an amazed state as he sees the field, as he lives the atmosphere, the aura of the field, of the actual fans. It was a beautiful thing to see. He gave a tremendous speech. And as he was given the tremendous speech, my favorite part of the intro to this event happened, which was the following. Players intertwined from the Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees start coming out from the same spot that Kevin Costner came out, simultaneously, just walking out. Team members, right? From both teams, walking out slowly, just like the movie, walking out slowly from the corn maze. If you build it, they will come. And they were there. They were there. I was watching the game and I thought it was a movie. And then we saw the players line up in their respective sides of the dugout. We got the beautiful national anthem sung. And then it was play ball. It was play ball. But before we start talking about the play-by-play, the key pieces of the game, we were there watching it, obviously from the television. We're going to talk about the two starting pitchers for the respective teams. We have the away team, the New York Yankees, who gave the ball to Andrew Heaney, 8-year veteran in the Major League Baseball. And on the other side, on the home team side, we have Lance Lynn. You guys know who Lance Lynn is, and you guys do know who Andrew Heaney is, as these players have bounced around but have made their mark in the majors thus far. Lance Lynn, a 10-year vet, making his debut to this game, and everybody was, but making his appearance as a first-year Chicago White Sox. He was an all-star this year. Lights out. And then you have Andrew Heaney, who comes from the Los Angeles Angels and has been decent with the Yankees with a 1-1 record. The guy's been putting in work. These two pitchers were ready to show out, ready to ball out, right? Moving on to the highlights of the game. Ooh, this is where it gets sizzling, Papa. Let's go. We have DJ LeMahieu wasting no time, singling sharply to center field on a ground ball, sharply hit to center field for the first hit of the game. This is the top of the first inning. He did not wait. He saw fastball, rocked it from Lance Lynn. But the Yankees had nothing to show for in that inning as they did not score, correct? Moving on. Watch this. Moving on to the bottom of the first. Everything seemed as if it were going to turn out as a 0-0 score for the first inning for both respective teams. My man, Jose Abreu, had something else in mind. And when I say something else in mind, I talk about the following. I must give props to Andrew Heaney as he was battling against Jose Abreu, had him in an 0-2 count. And then he made a mistake. You guys do know what happens when pitchers make mistakes, right? If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Jose Abreu hits a laser home run, a laser shot. When I say laser, off the bat, you knew it was a home run. To left field, putting the White Sox up 1-0. I kid you not. He had him 0-2. He made a mistake. I believe it was a curveball, left it hanging. And if it wasn't, that ball left the stadium in 0.03 seconds. 0.03 seconds, all right? That's not a fact. It wasn't 0.03 seconds, but I'm being funny, right? The ball was gone. It was like to left field. Right there, finishing the first inning, 1-0, White Sox up. We move on to the second inning. Nothing really happened in the second inning. But you guys do know I am Dominican, and it was very, very nice to hear in the bottom of the second inning, as Joan Moncada steps up to the plate, you hear the Latin artist, dembow artist, for his walk-up song, for Joan Moncada's walk-up song, Bulín 47. Much props to Bulín 47. He's doing a major job when it comes to uplifting the Dominican culture. It was nice to see and hear a Dominican dembocero walk-up song. So, Bulín, de lo mío. I actually saw him last weekend. Anyway, it's going off on a tangent. Let's go back to the action. We're going back to the top of the third. The Yankees were losing 1-0, but Aaron Judge, the Judge man himself, had something else in mind. Top of the third, the Yankees strike back. Aaron Judge hits a towering shot to right field with 2 runners on, making the game 3-1. 3-1, right? So the Yankees were not going out without a fight. Early in the game, both teams were showing competitiveness and were showing power. Key thing to note, both of the pitchers are elite pitchers. So there you go. Right. So that's what had transpired up to the top of the third inning. As we saw that towering shot from Aaron Judge. Going into the bottom of the third, tell you the bats were livid. The bats were on fire. We have my man's Tim Anderson, bottom of the third, 3-1 Yankees. Tim Anderson said, we're going to try and tie that. Tim Anderson doubles down the left field line, bringing in a run, making the game 3-2. So Tim Anderson scorched one down the left field line. The runner was able to score from first or second base, either way. We weren't done there, right? And Jose Abreu manages to walk. The guy has great plate discipline. He manages to walk. Game is 3-2. So there's a runner on. And Eloy Jimenez, La Sensación Dominicana, another young Dominican star who was out for the majority of the season thus far with a pectoral tear. By far, ever since he's been back, he has been the hottest hitter in all of baseball in the month of August. So it was 3-2 there with the Tim Anderson double. Like I said, Jose Abreu walks, and then Eloy Jimenez hits an opposite field 2-run home run. The homers were going everywhere in this game, making the game 5-3. So now you see that the Chicago White Sox take the lead. They weren't content with that 3-2. They take the lead again in the bottom of the third, make it 5-3 with this two-run home run by Eloy Jimenez. Like my boy Tasnam said, the Chicago White Sox are his favorite to go to the World Series. If you guys look at the last episode, the one way before this, he's actually onto something, because the Chicago White Sox are on fire. But not to deter the process, we're going to move on to more action in this game. Moving on to the bottom of the fourth, another young star, Cuban star, Luis Roberts, who is also battling some injuries throughout the season, is back, is healthy. Luis Roberts gets on with a double, and the catcher Zavala filling in for Yasmani Grandal, who is also in the injured list. Zavala is showing why he deserves some playing time. Zavala hits a towering home run to right field, extending the Chicago lead 7-3. So the White Sox were like trying to put a top into this, trying to seal it in the bottom of the fourth. But you know the Yankees are the Yankees, right? The Yankees are the Yankees. The Yankees have won ball games when they're down 5 runs with 2 outs in the ninth, because they're streaky, right? And a perfect example of a streaky player is my man, Brett Gardner. Brett Gardner said, we're not going down without a fight. In the top of the 6th, Brett Gardner homers to right, making the game 7-4. A lot of people doubt Brett Gardner. I was one of them. I said, he should give the chance to young stars coming into the Yankees to play. The guy's an older gentleman already, but he still has some gas in the tank. He hit a shot to right field, making the game 7-4. Right? Nothing ended up happening after there until the 9th inning. Aaron Judge, ding, 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 the Judge man, came to make a statement again. With runners on in the 9th inning, he hits a tying home run. He tied the game with a home run, making the game 7-7. So everybody thought that at this point, the Yankees were going to lose. They had something else in store for the Chicago White Sox and all the fans at the Field of Dreams. But let me stop there. Guys, do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Barrelup Podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Barrelup Podcast /baseball. Follow us on Instagram, Barrelup_baseball. And on Anchor, Barrelup Podcast. And on YouTube, Barrelup Podcast, right? These are the ways that you're going to reach this content. And furthermore, we want to appreciate every one of you fans for giving us the support thus far. We are at 1,044 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken, and it's all thanks to you. I have so many more surprises coming up. Thank you, guys. But moving on to the 9th, right? Giancarlo Stanton is up to bat. Game is 7-7 with the tying home run from his fellow mate, Aaron Judge. But Giancarlo had been quiet the whole night. I knew there was something in his sleeve. He didn't want to go throughout this game without showing what he can bring to the table. My man's Giancarlo, not myself. My name is Giancarlo, right? My man's from the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton, put a dent into the game with another home run. And that's, my friends, put the perspective of all the fans, myself, as I was watching the game, to a shocking state where I thought, okay, that's it. The Yankees are up 8-7 in the bottom of the 9th. That's it. They're done. Right? You know why? Because my man Tim Anderson, who had already showed his craft early in the game with that double scorched down the line and left, he was up with a runner on, and guess what? Should I say it? You guys are going to watch the videos. I'm going to put the videos up. Yes, I'm going to say it. My man Tim Anderson put the seal on the game. How? Let me tell you how. With a runner on, the pitcher made a mistake, threw a fastball in the outside corner. He barreled up all right. He barreled up all the way to right field to put the Yankees out of notch to walk off with the homer. It was the signature moment of the game for me and other fans. And this put an end to the night with that home run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are watching all the videos. And do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. An epic night ended by the White Sox, especially by who? Tim Anderson. Don't forget to subscribe.